Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about how giving your body away will only make you lose yourself and your self-respect. And this is mainly geared toward women, but I mean it could be for men too if you out here, sleeping around and all that stuff. So yeah, but I'm recording from my old phone and I got my notes on my new phone. And isn't it so nice? Like, look at my case. It's so cool. Like, look at that. But yeah, so basically the first thing I'm gonna be talking about is how women are meant to save our bodies until we meet a man who's worthy of us, so we can then have his children in a godly household. So I'm gonna break that down. So basically, society nowadays is not, they say in God we trust, but their God is not the God that we serve. Because if you read the Bible, then you will know that you're supposed to not be having fornication. You're supposed to wait until marriage. It's better to marry than to burn. And all these things that God wants us to do. And what is society promoting? Thought culture, being promiscuous, sleeping around, and just all this crazy stuff. And pushing this corn, I can't say the whole word, but PORN, alright? So, yeah, women think that, they got the city girls out here, they got people like Cardi B thinking like, oh yeah, Megan Thee Stallion, thinking like, oh, it's cool to dress like I'm thought, dress like I don't care about myself, have no self-respect, like back in the 90s, 50s, whatever. Back then, women, especially black women, we had I can't think of the right word, but it was just like, it was more like we're classy, we were covered, we were clothed, we were like not out here just dressing like how we dressing today. Alright, now I'll say like, yeah, you could wear like, say you're wearing a fitted dress or some shorts, but like the shorts where you can see your butt hanging out, you see your top, where you see basically you're almost showing your nipples. Like, these type of things are not what we should be doing. And I ain't saying I'm innocent or whatever, because I used to wear that type of stuff. But when you like get the knowledge, it's like you gotta do better, and you gotta realize like, why am I wearing this stuff? What was I trying to do? Who was I trying to attract? You gotta think like, where was I operating from? And if we being real, if we being honest, we'll be like, oh yeah, I was wearing dressing half naked because I wanted to get attention from guys, because I have low self-esteem, because I think my worth is in my body instead of what's in my mind. But I'm gonna get into that later. But yeah, we're not meant to be out here just sneaky link culture, right? This whole stupid crap. We're not out here to be out just going from guy to guy to guy to guy to guy, sleeping with guys who don't want to put a ring on our finger. Who, if you don't want to get married, then why are you here? Alright, don't come in my comments talking about, oh, not everybody want to get married. Okay, this channel is for people who want to get married, who want to try to do it God's way, who want to have a household with a man and a woman, to have children, basically replenish the earth. Alright, that's what I'm over here talking about. I'm not talking about, oh, it's okay, go have your sneaky links, it's okay, go sleep with 5 guys in a week, you're free, you're sexually liberated. Like, okay, you want to do that, then don't follow me. But like I said, we're meant to save ourselves until we meet a man who's worthy of our bodies. So that's why we and people be saying, oh, men sleep around, men sleep with a lot of women, why can't I do that? That's not fair. And it's like, oh, who cares? Like the saying, some of y'all moms might have said, so if your friend jump off a cliff, you gonna jump off with them? Okay, if a man wants to sit up here and do that, he ain't in the right, he's wrong too. And he hate himself. He has low self-worth. He think his worth is in racking up 100 bodies and thinking that's cool to say, Oh yeah, I slept with 100 women. I slept with this Asian girl, this Hispanic girl, this Mexican girl. I slept with a girl from India. I slept with a girl from Nigeria. Yada yada yada. They think it's a flex. And sure, it's cool to be like, I've experienced different races sexually, but when you think about it, it's like you giving your body away to people you don't know much about them. You're not building a connection with these people. Like, let's be for real. Like, oh yeah, every person I slept with, I know a lot about them. I know their what demons they're battling. I know a lot about them. No, you don't. Do you even know their real name? Like, don't be thinking like, oh, I gotta be like guys. Like, why guys get to do it? I want to do it too. Like, no, a guy who wants to sit up here and give his body away to so many women and think that is cool, think that's flex. He don't love himself. He don't value himself. Cause somebody who value their body and values their mental health, values like and knows like spiritually, like, bro, I don't know. Line up 10 women that he could be like, yeah, I want to sleep with all 10 of them because I'm attracted to them. But if you know, like, spiritually, I don't know what these women dealing with. I don't know what demons these women dealing with. I don't know if any of these women are into like witchcraft or like voodoo, or if they're like try to kill me if I just leave them after we sleep together. Like, I don't know what diseases these women got. I don't know nothing about this girl, because what if I get her pregnant and then I gotta raise a kid with her? Like, I don't know. I can't just be giving my body away to people just because they look good. A person who got self-respect is going to be thinking like this, man or woman. So don't be thinking like you got to sit up here and do what guys do, because those type of guys have low self-esteem, all right? And they think their worth is in getting multiple bodies because they think it's cool, when it's literally dumb, like, literally. So you should be thinking like, I gotta save my body for the man who's gonna basically want to die for me when he proposes to me. That's what a man is doing. He's like, I'm laying down my life for you and our kids by proposing to you and marrying you. That's what a man does. A man is the leader. A man is the head of the household and those things, right? So that's what you need to be thinking. Like, is this man gonna sit up here and marry me? So no. So then I don't need to sleep with him. Alright? But that's not to say, like, if you end up falling to bed one of these days and you're trying to do this, you're trying to like be celibate, abstinent, you're trying to do that, then, don't beat yourself up, because our flesh is strong, alright? Like it says, spirit is willing but the flesh is weak. Our flesh literally wants pleasure, and you never know when you're gonna fall into temptation. So just keep striving to not just sleep with a guy because you attracted to him or whatever. He spent some game to you. Just want to wait for a guy who will go to the ends of the earth for you. Like, I saw on TikTok like last night, this man, he's still married to his woman this day. He traveled like, I don't even know. He traveled from one country to another country on a bike for this woman. Alright, on a bicycle. So don't be sitting up here giving your body away to a guy who took you out to McDonald's, to a guy who introduced you to his family, or the guy who do the bare minimum, basically. Alright, I'm not took a minute on that first point, but it's so true, because I know how it is. Like, we be one love so bad, and I'll be right there with y'all. I'll be like, man, you be seeing people online getting married, you see people online getting in a relationship after relationship, or you see people online, they got kids and they look all happy, and you see people online it look like they live in the dream. They got boo doing these sweet for nothings for them. The girl goes home, takes out her phone, records what her man did for her, and like, ooh, look what my man did, he got me this gift and all this stuff. And you're just like, man, this ain't fair. Like, what about me? Why I ain't got nobody? And it do be like that. I know how it is. But don't sit up here and, like I said before, let your loneliness literally make you make a bad decision. Alright? So just save your body. Everybody for the man who is trying to do God's will and wants to do God's will, and who will literally get on his knee and propose to you and walk you down the aisle. Then y'all could, y'all will have y'all time in the bedroom, and then there you go. But other than that, it's like, what has he done? Think about this. If God wants to sleep with you, think about, like, what have you done to earn me? What have you done to earn what's between my legs? Because if I let you in, and if I get pregnant, oh, you could possibly leave, and I'll be a mother who got to take care of this child by myself. Or you could give me a disease and a baby. Or I could get a soul tie with you, and then I'm over here attached to you. Meanwhile, you left, and you over here messing with the next girl, and you don't care about me no more. And now I'm over here sad, crying, don't want to eat, don't want to go work, don't want to work out, don't want to sit up here, get back on my grind, don't want to do what I was doing, all because you now over here attached to this guy that you slept with. And that's how it be, for real. Like, women, don't sit up here and play these games. Alright, you know how it be. Like, you like a guy, and then sex for a guy is not how it is for women. Alright, this is another thing. Like, we gotta stop trying to be equal with guys with everything. Alright, some things should be equal. Like, some things like, oh yeah, a woman should be able to walk down the street at night and not have to worry about getting attacked, assaulted, or whatever. Like, a man don't really gotta worry about that. I want, like, those type of things should be equal. That should be fair, because, you know what I'm saying, obviously. But like, when it comes to like sex things, like dang, I lost my thought. Hold on, let me look at my notes. Hold on. Yeah, like I was saying. So for a man, like, a man can get released by just use his hand. Like, we can too, but like, a man can literally look at pornography and get released. But when a man is like looking at a woman and he's like, oh, I could use you instead of my hand. I mean, you're here, I'm gonna use you. I mean, why not? You're better than my hand. And then when he gets his release, you wonder why he don't want you no more. You wonder why he cold now. You wonder why he barely texts you now. You wonder why he barely want to see you. You wonder why it feel like I'm chasing him and he not chasing me no more. Because literally, man knows, like, man, I want to sleep with her, bro. She look good, and I'm tired of my hand. I want to try this. I want to try. That's how it be. And I'm not saying this all guys, but if I got real men on here who know how y'all be and know the things that y'all guys be talking about, know the things that you as a man and the men you've been around your whole life, you know how y'all be. And maybe you're not like that, but you know what men be doing. You know how they be talking about women. They be like, that's how a lot of men view women, like objects to fulfill their lusts. But when it comes to women, and women like sleep with a man, then a woman is like attached to this guy. A woman is like love for us when we sleep with someone. Versus man, they just get off and they're like, man, I feel great. Alright, now I'm finna go play the game. Versus woman, they want you cuddled, they want to talk, they want to go maybe watch a movie with you or whatever afterwards. But that's because it's love for. That's why you just don't need to be giving your body away, because you're literally losing yourself every time you sleep with a guy. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not going to work out, because fornication is a sin anyways. And yeah, alright, I've been rambling, but let me go back to my points. So, the second thing I have on here is we were meant to believe that our self-worth is tied to our bodies, and the more we give our bodies away to every man we think is the one, we lose a piece of ourselves. So, yeah, like, as you can see today, a lot of us have thought that our self-worth is like tied to how thick we are, how big our butt is, how big our breasts are, how nicely we're shaped, or whatever. A lot of us think our self-worth is basically our body, and then we Look here, I'm breaking it down, alright? That's why we be so insecure. Because we be thinking, oh man, I'm fat. I'm ugly. So I don't look like, I'm not built like, I don't know, I can't think of somebody who got a good body right now off the top of my head that hasn't got their body done. I don't look like so and so, I'm ugly. Or say you're built like me, you're slim. You're like, oh, I don't got a big butt like so and so, I'm ugly. But our self-worth isn't in our body. That's why this also, bro, listen to me. This also is tied into like why we be seeking validation from men, bro. We need our fathers in our lives. A lot of women fathers failed them, mine included. But you know, he in my life now, and we trying to work things out. But I don't know how to go. So a lot of us, we were failed first. Our first supposed to be love was our dads failed us, right? And so this is what we be thinking. We don't get validated for our mind. We don't get validated for our thoughts. We don't get validated for our mindset. Like, oh, you're so smart. You're so intelligent. We don't get validated for our the way we speak. Oh, you speak so eloquently. You speak so, you're wise. Like, we don't get validated for these things. So we don't have our dads in our life, right? So even if some of y'all did have y'all dads, maybe they ain't even tell you none of these things. So then we ain't getting validated for this, right? So then we like, well, we just walking around, we got low self-esteem and all these things, and we probably don't even realize it at our young age, right? We don't realize what this is. We don't know what low self-esteem is when you're young. And then I got older and I was like, dang, I was insecure. I had low self-esteem when I was younger. And you got to think about it. So your dad ain't telling you these things. They're not uplifting you, right? So then the men around you, the boys around you, say you're in school, right? They're like, man, yo, your body look good. Yo, I like your lips. Oh, yo, your butt looks so fat. Oh man, you got some big boobs, girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so then you're like, oh, so I do matter. So this is my worth. Oh, so I look good. Let me start showing off my chest. Let me start what's the word? Let me start selling, I guess you could say. Let me start selling these things instead of selling what's in my mind, what I can say to like, it's hard to explain. But you get what I'm saying. So then you're like, well, this is what I'm getting validated for. I'm getting validated for my hourglass figure. I'm getting validated for how thick I am. I'm getting validated for how big my behind is, etc. So then you grow up and you're like, well, this is what my worth is. So now you're a teenager, now you're an adult, and you're still operating out of this stuff because no one ever told you, like, your value isn't in your chest and your butt and your lips. Your value is in, like, how nurturing you are. Your value is in how loving you are and kind you are. Your value is in how how helpful you are, and how you're wise and you see things differently, and how you can help people in different ways, and how you can help your partner and your value is in, like, your wisdom, your mindset as a woman, and how God blessed us with intuition and all these things. But we don't get told this stuff. So then that's why you see all this stuff happening. These Cardi B's, these Megans, these JT and Crecia's, bruh, you cannot tell me they fathers didn't fail them. And it's not even to bash them. This is just facts. Because if you have a real man in your life, your dad, to tell you, you don't need to be doing that, girl, because all you're going to be doing is attracting the wrong type of dudes. When you out here, you're like, don't wear those super short shorts. Don't wear that super short top, because I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get attention, right? No, you don't need that. I love you. You're perfectly fine. Your body is nice. We know you got a nice body. You got your genes from your mother, but you're girl. You're smart. Go open a book or something. Go start your podcast talking about what you love. You don't need to be out here doing that. If we had our dads telling us this stuff, wouldn't be out here acting like this. OnlyFans wouldn't be popping.